But before I watch the video, I want to show you a few things that I got prepared. So the first thing, we got an update from Valve, CS2. But did we get the update from Valve? They fixed the spray. They didn't fix the spray. It did improve the spray, but it didn't fix it. But it does feel better. But Valve didn't do it. This guy did it. Wait, not this guy. Wait, who's the guy who did it? This guy. Powerful Seesaw. This guy did it. This guy made a whole update. Where is that update? Here. This guy. This guy basically made the whole thing. He made a whole... I have to show you the Reddit post. Why spray feels off in CS2 part 2. He did 2 parts. He wrote a whole... look at this. Look, this is part 2 only. Like the first part is crazier. But this is part 2. He writes all of this for Valve to go into the game and change from 1 something to 0. Like their developers at Valve are getting millions to fix a game, and they can't even fix it. This guy, who I don't know if he even finished college, maybe he's still in school studying, fixes it for them. They don't even mention him in the update notes. They don't even give him money. They don't do anything, and the guy's happy. This is what I'm telling you. Like, it's crazy that CS has a community where people are doing free things for Valve, and Valve don't even write their name, don't even say thank you, don't even send them money. Like, yo guys, you saved us a lot of hate and troubleshooting and stuff by doing all of this. Here's like $1,000. Nah, they don't do anything, bro. You know, they just release a note and say, hey, we fixed it. Today's video is sponsored by RainGG. Rain is one of the fastest growing CS2 case opening sites. Besides fun case openings, they offer game modes like case battles, upgrader, and doubles. Rain gives players free daily, weekly, and monthly cases. If you sign up with my code LOBA, you get 3 free cases and 5 deposit bonus. The site supports instant deposit and withdrawals using skins or crypto. If you want to try Rain, click the first link in the pinned comment and use code LOBA to claim your rewards. Please remember, loot boxes sites can be addictive, so make sure you're over 18 and only spend money you can afford to lose. Good luck. Disgusting. Disgusting. Like, literally disgusting. But then they don't even help people, teams, with visas. Blast statement on the best situation. Deadline was set for May 21st. Okay, May 21st deadline. But let's check when the major is. Like, this is really a show because the major, it's in Austin, right? Major Austin, is that the one? Yeah. So let's say stage 1. Major starts in June. So you have a month. No, wait, what the you have? Okay, no, you don't have a month. You have like 2 weeks. You still have 2 weeks, and they ask till Monday. So you can give them, or wait, do they even play then? Wait, let me see. Do these guys even play then? Yeah, they do. So they have to be there on 3rd of June. Like, bro, they can give them more days. They have 2 weeks, right? 10 days. 3rd. Let's see. 2 weeks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Okay, but they should be there 31. They have 10 days. Let's say they have 10 days. You could have gave them another 5 days, and then in those 5 days, if they can't make it, Legacy can jump in. Blast said, this appeared to be visa appointments, not confirmed visas. Legacy got invited, which Valve approved. Valve communicate through Blast. And by the way, Blast, I can read you just some things that multiple pros wrote to me and told me I can't show their name, I can't show which pros wrote this, their top 5 team, tier 1. They're all on Blast, but they're not allowed to say it publicly. So, oh man, don't post this, they might understand it's me. Since I've already said a lot about them in the past. And then anyway, most tier 1 pros orgs have contracts with the organizers, and they're gonna punish people for pushing or criticizing too badly. Everyone is trying the best behind the scenes, and no one takes it publicly because they say we are not being professional and whatever. Then we do it behind the scenes and nothing happens. But I appreciate you talking about it and letting people understand these things. So these are, I just read one message from one tier 1 pro, but there's like 5 different dudes who wrote this to me whenever I criticize Blast or PG or ESL. They're not allowed to say shit because they have contracts. Valve knows about it, but they act like that's not allowed. But orgs have contracts with the tournament organizers, so teams need to come and visit their events. They get paid to be at events and play. Even if they don't want to play, they have to be there due to the contracts. They can't criticize. If they do, they get punished, and they get fees. So when I do it, I get a lot of DMs from the players saying thank you for doing that. And as well, when they had the meetings with Valve at the major, I was asked, do you want to say anything? I'm like, bro, just say the same shit everybody's saying. So Valve are communicating through the tournament organizers who have deals and contracts with the teams, but they don't want to communicate with the teams. Like, bro, talk about being lazy and a complete idiot. Then, just in, Bestia CEO announces Tomazin and Lushov already have their visas. Leaving the embassy, I have news for you. 2 of them already have their visas. We don't have to wait till Monday. So they finished the visas today, 1 day later. And Blast can't even wait to the end of the week and then be like, okay, in Monday, if you don't have the visas, we're giving these guys. Realistically, what happens now? The deadline was yesterday, but the major is still far away. How? I don't know, not far away, 10 days. How about Legacy? Even if Blast were to ask, would they willingly give the spot back? No clue what a legal standpoint is here, as they were already given the spot. What a mess made by Blast. I wrote a tweet. A lot of people here have wrote a tweet. You can see a lot of people are writing tweets, you know. And these tweets are useless. And my tweet is useless as well. And that's why I said it. If the pros really want to support Bestia, then don't do any media content for Blast at the major. And if you have to do it, because of the contracts that I'm aware of, trash talk Blast in every interview. You know, like for example, they asked them, hey, what do you think about the last game? Well, I think Blast should have communicated with Bestia about the major. Ah, okay, but do you have any info about these rounds in the game? Yeah, these rounds in the game were very interesting because Blast didn't invite Bestia to the major. Do you want to say anything to the fans? Fans, just know Blast didn't invite Bestia to the major. Do this stuff, and then the next time pros are triggered, Blast and other tournament organizers will be scared and they will react. Because if you're just writing tweets, they don't give a about your tweets, you know? They continue the event, they continue with the sponsors, they continue like nothing happened. But if the pros go out and do the interviews and do the content, and in every content they do stuff like this, like what Brocky does, you know? How was the game? Fine. How you feel about the game? Fine. You know? And instead of doing fine, just do Bestia at the major. Why not? Blast, where is Bestia at the major? Blast, what did you do to Bestia at the major? And do this in every content, in every interview, everywhere, and Blast will listen the next time you have an issue. But if you're just gonna do a few tweets, they don't give a bro. They just move on. Not a lot of people are gonna see the interviews. But if you their broadcast and you up their content, then they're gonna cry because their sponsors are gonna cry, you know. And where you're gonna hit Blast, you hit them on the wallet, and that's gonna hurt, and that's gonna make a difference. So that's what people need to do. You want changes? Fuck them up on the part what hurts, and that's the content, and that's the major, and that's the interviews where they farm the money in the content. And why I say that, it's because look, Simple is back, and ESL instantly makes a video about him being back. Toxic Simple is back. They make a meme, 200k views. So if you fuck up their content, they're gonna cry, you know. And then here as well. No, I want to watch this. I want to watch this. I want to watch. So I want to not this. I wanted to read the amount of support. No, I wanted to read this. Blast shed light regarding a visa case. Bestia prepared to mount defense. These appear to be visa appointments, not confirmed visas, and fall short of the requirements we communicated. Blast tournament organizers charged with putting together the upcoming major in Austin has come out to shed light on the Bestia situation with a timeline of the Argentinian team status during the visa application process before the May 21st deadline, which they were replaced by Legacy. Since February, Blast has proactively communicated with teams about the US visa process required for the Austin major, blah blah blah. Timeline starts, blah blah blah. Bestia were previously provided follow-up, support, update invitation letters for the visa process upon request, but became unresponsive after their players failed to obtain their initial visa. Clear deadline was set to May 21st. Lux, on the other hand, gave an even more clear statement to HLTV saying that it's a really sad occasion. We did not expect to go to the major like this. The Guys from Bestia have been fighting for it. Hours before the deadline, Bestia communicated to Blast that they thought it would be likely that they're expected to obtain visas on Monday 26th, 27th, with emergency interviews on Thursday 22nd and 23rd. That's today. They couldn't wait for 2 more days. However, these appear to be visa appointments. In that fight to get the deadline extended, Bestia went public right before Blast's announcement of their substitution. And by the way, I saw somewhere as the deadline, Bestia was still missing for 2 players. Somebody said that somebody wrote somewhere that it was not even communicated at the start. I saw somewhere written that Blast didn't even specify from the beginning the deadline. They added the deadline later, so nowhere in the rules is there a deadline mentioned. So if there's nowhere in the rules a deadline mentioned, they can easily move the deadline for a day or 2 if Best is asking for that. Even if they said, for example, okay, we'll give you until Friday, that will help them because they would finish it on Thursday, or how it's called. But they didn't want to even do Thursday or Friday, they just cut it insta. So my opinion is Blast, as always, because I was at Blast RMR CSGO, and that we had internet on the PCs. I could scroll YouTube. The admin was something like Tom or Tom's. He was a dick. He was a complete moron. I go and I hit the table one time. He comes to me and he says, if you hit the table again, you're getting disqualified. And I'm like, bro, say that to Simple and he's gonna slap the shit out of you. So you're saying it to me because if I slap the shit out of you, I'm getting deported back to Montegagor and I'm never again gonna be able to leave the country. But he would never say that to Simple, you know? That's the difference. So fuck that Finnish piece of shit admin. With all due respect. Blast, fuck you.